Teofimo Lopez, Pedro Campa. Couldn't say I didn't see it coming. What I mean by that is they pulled out another target dog for a former champion. Teofimo Lopez, I feel like, is definitely top notch at 140 pounds, but I can't really say he's dominant at 140 pounds. Campa is an active fighter. That's probably the best thing I can say about him. He's definitely active. He's definitely been in at 140 pounds, but never with a top guy at 140 pounds. Has some good wins on his record, but those good wins were in his hometown of Mexico. From the beginning, Teofimo was very confident with his approach with Campa, even though he opened himself up to be hit as well. He landed some good shots and got caught with some good shots. I even seen in the second round, he got hit with a good right hand and it stunned him a little bit. You know what I mean? Not enough to keep him off of Campa, but, you know what I mean, to make him respect him. Third round, he began boxing a little more, started using his movement, sticking his jab, using his jab, you know what I mean, effectively, landing combinations, things like that. Fourth, fifth round, kind of the same thing. But what I started to see was Campa was slowing down. Campa was leaving himself wide open a lot of times, especially with that left hand. Dropped his left hand a whole lot. It was kind of hard for him to return fire because he was looking for the wide power punches. You know what I mean? And Teofimo wasn't there for it most of the time, especially as the fight started to wind down. Now they get into the sixth round. Teofimo is very comfortable, you know what I mean, slipping punches, rolling punches, you know what I mean, using that shoulder roll a little bit, you know what I mean, counter with good, clean uppercuts, you know what I mean, things like that, slowing his man down real good, touching the body a little bit here and there. Campa, again, he really wasn't doing anything that I was impressed with. He was just coming forward, walking in the shots, but giving up some good shots. The only thing that was impressive about Campa to me was the fact that, you know what I mean, he really was trying to fight, but his skill set just wasn't there. He really didn't have any type of adjustment skills that Teofimo would be bothered with. You know what I mean? He was there to be hit the entire time. Come out in the seventh round, get dropped with a jab. Teofimo dropped Campa with a jab. It wasn't surprising to me because, like I said, again, the guy's slowing down, but it's like, it's a hit him with a good jab. He ran into it, knocked him down, stunned him with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Finished working on his man, stopped him. I mean, good for Teofimo, but to the untrained eye, it looks like he's back. You know what I mean? But back from what? You know what I mean? When he lost to Kambosos, it was a great fight. Nothing to feel bad about. You know what I mean? Nothing to feel ashamed about. You lost to a great fighter who, again, later on, he lost to a great fighter. But my problem is with boxing right now, to the untrained eye, they're pulling guys out with pretty good records. I can't really say I've ever even heard of this guy, Campa. I can't really say I've seen him fight before. So he was unknown to me. After checking out his record, like I say, he's been in there with some pretty good guys as far as their records, but that was in Mexico. I've never seen him in there with top-notch caliber fighter. Now he's been stopped once again before the fight with Teofimo. So it was almost only right that he'd be stopped by Teofimo. If Teofimo didn't stop him, then everybody would be looking at Teofimo with the side eye, because this guy was tailor-made for Teofimo. I wasn't really impressed with the win. I'm glad he got the win because he's definitely a lot better fighter than Campa, but I wasn't impressed with the win because he's calling out these big names when really it was a lot of little things he was doing in there that could get him hurt dealing with the big names. I feel like boxing is continuing to pull the wool over guys' eyes because we seen it in the Ryan Garcia fight. We seen it his last fight with Javier Fortuna. We seen it in the fight with Virgil Ortiz, with Michael McKinson, and now we're seeing it with Teofimo Lopez. They're pulling these guys out who really not dangerous. You know what I mean? At these weight classes, they're really not dangerous. And at this caliber and this level, they're not dangerous. Campa, like I said, there was nothing he could do really to stay away from Teofimo. Teofimo was too fast and too strong. He was going to knock him out. You know what I mean? This was destined to happen. Another thing that you got to watch out, Tim Bradley mentioned that, you know, his coach being Manny Robles, you know, changed a lot of his mistakes. It's not true. Campa, first of all, never trained with Manny Robles. This was his first camp with Manny Robles. I don't think Manny Robles can, you know, change so many mistakes in so little time. You know what I mean? I think they brought Manny Robles out there to make it look like this guy was, you know, dealing with a top-notch trainer, so therefore he's top-notch work. You know what I mean? Such was not the case. This was a tailor-made fight for Teofimo. He did what he was supposed to do, but I'm not impressed. And I'm not impressed because he's at the level where he should be fighting top-notch guys all the time. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. Because Teofimo, he is, you know what I mean, exciting to watch. He is, I mean, he does bring a lot to the table. But with the way he's talking, he shouldn't be in there with a guy that really can't do nothing with him at all. You know what I mean? Campus, he pushed Teofimo a little bit, stepped in his face, and was able to get in his face only because Teofimo didn't start the fight with his jab. He jumped right out there and launched the right hand from the very beginning. He didn't respect Campus, and he knew that he would knock Campus out. You know what I mean? People were trying to find reasons to respect Campus, but really didn't know anything about him. So I wasn't impressed at all. I feel like we should see Teofimo in there right now with Ryan Garcia. We should see him in there with Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, them type of guys. And maybe a rematch with Kambosos. You know what I mean? You know, I get it, and I understand they were trying to get him a fill out at 40, but he maybe should go back down to 35 or leave 40 alone because somebody gonna hurt him. You know what I mean? And they only gonna hurt him because he's being lied to. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the whole thing with Manny Robles being in that guy corner was to make it look like, oh, this guy's definitely the deal. He's in there with a top-notch coach. He has a real good record, even though he's unknown. You know what I mean? I never really heard of the guy. You can call me a hater. You can call me what you want. I'm just speaking from what I saw tonight. Good performance by Teofimo. He did what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? But I just wasn't impressed. I'll say it again. For those who would like to comment, go ahead and comment. Tell me what you think. You know what I mean? For those who would like to reach out, you can reach out at Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram, Greg Hackett on Facebook, and Greg Hackett on Twitter. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.